Salut, salut, salut. Je suis le Fred Talk podcast. Le host. I don't know enough French to carry this off. You are here. This is the Fret Talk podcast. You are here with your host. It is Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are joined by a myriad of people today. You, that one, say hello.
Hello, I am Lee, your friend and runner of Pedalboards of Doom, and I will be your co-host today. Thank you very much. Other co-hosts include Mr. Matthew.
Hey, hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah.
I never speak until I'm told to.
And we are joined by Mr. Will Powell.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we?
Very, very smooth.
Smooth
Very smooth.
radio voice. You are listening to 185 PBOD Radio.
I like it. Oh, behind the scenes, there was some flapping. We're a little bit like a duck at the moment, where on the top we are graceful and calm, and below the surface, flappy feet. So an air of smoothness and calm. How are we all? Are we all good? I don't think I've even had a chance to even talk to you before this cast. So, Lee, you all right?
I'm alright, mate. I'm alright.
You're
How
all
are
right? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It doesn't seem so long ago since I did a podcast with Matt, who is here also. How are you, Matt?
Not hungover.
I mean, that doesn't convince me at all.
Survey said that was a lie.
It may have been. I may have made a very poor decision to go out after playing rugby yesterday and then work a 10.5-hour shift today.
Is that the name of your band?
No. That was just me working for 10.5 hours hungover. That was horrible.
Oh, I've just...
We have Mr. Joe Halliday in the comments.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Oh, I've got a Joe. I've got a Joe here. In fact, I've got two Joes. Here's a Joe. This is a lovely Joe.
Everyone hold up your Joes!
Oh, hang on. I got a special one. I did
I
the
think we've
artwork
all
for
got a
that.
special one.
Here we go. This Joe's almost as big as my face.
BLT, man.
Will's just made my pedal feel bad because he just said, insinuated that it isn't special.
Can I point out that I win because both of mine are attached to a board that I use regularly and therefore I can't grab them and hold them up.
All right.
Because, I actually use mine.
The right lardy-da, mister. I use my pedals.
I actually gig, don't you know?
Yeah, that's it. Oh dear, there's the coughs again. I'm gonna have to get the edit button out.
Sorry, dude.
Let's kick this podcast off. Because pontificating is fun and all, but we've got a job to do. We're here to entertain, guys. So, who are we going to start off with? Let's start off with one of the guys who I haven't got written down. Matt or Will, you want to give us some of what you've been up to this week? A brief introduction to some.
I was trying to work out who the hell Matt Orwell was.
Oh my god.
Matt
I was thinking, who's he talking to?
Yeah, we'll do it in that order. Matt, what you been up to? In fact, I know what you've been up to. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I suppose if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably been a little bit annoyed with the amount of posts that I've been making in the last couple of days because some items that we talk about on tomorrow's cast have arrived.
It will never get old and will never get less weird saying that phrase. What we talk about tomorrow.
Yeah. So my telly, Squire Classic Vibe 60s custom telly and Marshall Horizon 5 have arrived and they have basically lived plugged in for the last 4 days. That
is beautiful. So give us a little kind of demo review of both, pretty much. How's the Classic Vibe to start off with?
It's fantastic. I was expecting a heavy guitar. I've had normal Telecasters in the past, which are fairly weighty guitars. This one's lighter than my thin line, and it's a solid body.
Okay, yeah.
Which really confused me, but I'll go with it. Really nice, really comfortable to play. The neck's thinner than I would normally like, but I can get on and put up with that. It's the kind of neck that most people like.
You've got a fetish for chunky necks, haven't you?
I did, yeah. I basically want a baseball bat, cut in half, and then put frets on it.
Yeah, I can only imagine your internet browser search history.
We don't talk about my internet browser search.
Private mode, guys. Come on.
But yeah, that's arrived. It plays fairly nice, and I have a little issue with the setup of it, but bearing in mind I'm changing the saddles and changing the scratch plate, I was going to ruin the setup anyway. Yeah. But it was a little bit rattly on the D and G strings.
Okay, so you've just kind of adjusted those up a little bit to compensate for that, or have you just left it?
I adjusted those very slightly myself, because to start with, I just said, I'm not going to bother, and then I realised that I wasn't going to have much time to actually swap out the parts when they arrived, so I just thought, right, well, I'm going to be playing it like this for probably a week or two. I might as well just up it slightly. It comes with the right Allen key, so I didn't even have to search through my toolkit, so I just did it.
I mean, that's always a nice touch, isn't it, when it comes with a set of keys that allow you to do your adjustments.
Yeah, and like I say, it was simple enough. It was a 30-second job. They needed upping ever so slightly, and of course they're both on the same saddle on the Telecaster.
Yeah, and considering the fact that it had come from an entire different country, or at least an entire different island.
It is a different country. I'm not part of your country.
Well,
I don't want to be sort of shoehorned in with you Brexit-loving.
I really do not blame you.
Whoa.
Matt, take us all in, please. Oh my God, I hate it.
How do we sign up for this Isle of Man?
Come over here and get a work permit. It's like, if you ask for one, they'll give you one.
So easy.
Yeah, pretty much. As long as you say you've got a skill that nobody else on the island has, you don't have to prove it. You just have to say you've got it.
Okay,
just say I've got a skill, and they'll go, brilliant. Here's a work permit.
Cool.
I mean, do you have any people on the island that can juggle? Is that
probably?
Oh fuck.
Have you got anyone on the island who can kill a seagull with a ninja star from 150 yards?
Everyone knows they have, Will. Come on.
I wish we did, because those things are just everywhere, but they're classed as an endangered species here, despite the fact that they're overrunning.
I'll tell you what, they probably would be if Will was there.
But yeah, how did we get here?
Who knows? Telecaster.
By boat, I should imagine.
Yeah, Telecasters are a gateway drug to nonsense. I think that's a podcast title right there, isn't it? So, how do you find the pickups? Because I gave you a little bit of a rundown on my opinions, thinking back about 2 years when I had one. So, how are you finding them?
Very impressed. Bearing in mind that this guitar was less than 350 quid.
Yeah.
I was expecting cheap pickups that sounded, kind of muddy and dead and needed swapping out for something that actually functioned as a pickup. But depending on which mode, I've only tried them through the new amp, but depending on which mode you're in on the amp, you get a very different sound. I think it's because, obviously, when you drop a valve amp into a half watt mode from the 5 watt mode, it's almost like a what do you call it in the effects loop?
Attenuator.
It's almost like an attenuator, and it kind of takes away a little bit of the top end. But in the 5 watt mode, both pickups are bright enough to cut through without sounding harsh.
Yeah.
I was expecting them either to be far too bright or far too dull, and they're not. They're really good sounding pickups. I have no sort of qualms about gigging with that guitar as it is.
Yeah,
That's fantastic for a Squire, isn't it? Not that long ago, you just wouldn't have got it from a Squire.
Yeah,
no, not at all.
You'd almost be buying the pickups with the guitar, so that you could switch them out straight away. Yeah.
Yeah.
The classic
Yeah,
vibes
100%.
have always had great quality control, and I personally think that there is a point where your money is better spent on a Squier Classic Vibes than some bottom of the line Fender Mexicans.
Yeah,
Because you get a much better quality instrument.
And you get the same thing with the Mexican where it crosses over with the Americans as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, that's why they reinvented the entire series recently, isn't it? Because people were opting for the classic vibe over the Mexican standard.
And the classic vibes have all come down in price recently, so they were sitting between like 400 and 450 for a while, and now most of them are between 300 and 350 at the moment. I don't know whether this is like a flash sale they're gonna go back up or what, but if you're looking to get one, now's the time to get one.
Yeah, they might be looking to get rid of stock because they might have a new series coming out at NAMM. You see that a lot with retailers trying to get rid. That's not that I know anything, obviously, but you can kind of read the market like, finger in the air and say, hey, like there's a lot of sales on those going on. I wonder if they're just trying to push them out the door for new stuff to come through.
And I would have thought that, apart from the fact that I had to wait 6 weeks for the store to get this guitar in before they could ship it to me. And that was the case with all the stores in the UK. They didn't have any classic vibes in stock. So they were waiting for stock before they were sending out. Because I know one of our friends who was on the podcast way back when, Chris Wilson, also picked up a 50s telly. And again, he ordered his about 3 weeks after mine and still had to wait till the same time I did before his shipped to him.
Yeah, has he got his now then?
I think so. Maybe he doesn't.
Oh yeah, I didn't think he'd quite got it yet. But he's a man who's had many classic vibes in the past, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he's literally like I mentioned on the last podcast. I'm changing the white scratch plate for a black one and putting the compensated brass saddles. And Chris sent me a photo of a guitar that he put together 4 years ago, which was the same model that I've got with a black scratch plate and compensated brass saddles.
Matt, we've got a question. Sorry, Dave. We've got a question for you in the comments. Andrew said it's not too bright. Does it even sound like a telly then? Because tellies do tend to be bright.
It can be bright if you want it to be, but what I mean is it's not too bright for a telly pickup. So
yeah,
it's not horribly harsh sounding, and it's tameable with a tone control, whereas really cheap pickups tend to the tone control doesn't do much. It's either too bright or there's no tone at all.
Yeah,
whereas they're
quite woolly, aren't they? Cheap tone circuits. Whereas I think in the classic vibe stuff, they've spent that little extra on a good tone cap and made it usable.
Well, it might not be tone cap. They might be doing something very similar to the TBX style tone controls, which is an extra resistor added to ground, which changes the value ever so slightly. So you're just basically moving the frequency range ever so slightly up. So it really depends. But yeah, you often see that it's just some really low based cap on very low budget guitars. Yeah.
Yeah. So my assumption is that they've put that tiny, like what would be an extra couple of pence worth of material into it. Actually kind of thought about it and thought, actually we can get a really usable instrument out of this. And the sales on those really do back that up as well, don't they? And very quickly, without kind of staying on what we've been up to for too long, the Origin. What do you think, Matt?
It's perfect. It's perfect for what I need it for. It's exactly what I need. It's a valve amp that you can turn up as loud as it goes on the half watt mode, and it still be quiet enough to play in a flat. When there's other people out, I can also stick it in the 5 watt mode. It opens the amp up a little bit. It's fairly dark in the half watt mode, but it's still got a nice sort of a nice tone to it. You've got to turn the tilt and the treble up quite a bit to kind of get a nice sort of frequency of it. Yeah, but it does give a nice tone, and then when you want to drop it into the 5 watt mode, it just sounds like a classic Marshall amp. Very good sound. I was worried about an 8-inch speaker, but it doesn't sound like a cheap practice amp. It sounds like a decent valve amp. It's the kind of thing you could mic up and gig with.
Absolutely. And for those who are interested, after the cast is finished, heel_MattQ at Instagram, you'll be able to find Matt's little rundowns of both of these, the Telly and the Origin.
Yeah, so there's a few little sound clips on there at the moment, and there'll be more going up in the next few days. Yeah,
and hopefully we can work out a little demo review for the BudgetPedalChap channel. Maybe like a sneaky.
Yeah, I'll see if we can sort something out.
Buttes. Will, you were...
Hello.
Can I quickly come in about the Origin? I know Stuart Tate's in the comment section. Like, Stuart, you've got an Origin as well. How are you finding it? Also, I'd like to say hello to Max from the what's his group called?
It is the UK YouTuber Guild.
Yes, it was very long.
Yeah.
Let's abbreviate it a touch. Yeah.
Hi, Max. Hi, Stuart. Both those guys, top guys.
Stu also said that you look like Axl Rose, and I think he fancies you.
I think what we should say is Axl Rose wishes, or Stuart has just pulled out one of the biggest insults to me. So I might have to give him a little bit of a pimp slap next time I see him.
Do you know what Joe's just said? Joe Halliday's just said that Elwood uses a small Marshall to monitor Billy Gibbons during live shows, so they must be good. I don't know if that necessarily means it's the Origins, but it could be. Stu's just come in and said the Origins actually very nice. It's loud and quite clean. Quite clean, not quiet clean.
I thought that the offstage Marshall was a Class 5.
Okay, is that the Jubilee?
It was the predecessor to the kind of Origin stuff. It didn't stay around for long. But there's videos of Bonamassa cranking the absolute shit out of one, and believe it or not, it sounds good when you stick a vintage Les Paul through it. So,
what a surprise!
Yeah, what a surprise! Yeah,
yeah, crazy, isn't it? Will,
hello.
Very almost seconds before we went live, you showed us a little thing that you were that you got this week. Do you want to share this with the?
Oh yes, yeah. So I've been looking. My pedal board is. I actually posted it into on Reddit on r/cable porn because I was very meticulous about tying all the cables down, and that was quite popular. It got to the top of the subreddit, which was funny. So anyway, I was looking for trying to find the smallest expression pedal that I could fit on a board, and it turns out it is this pedal from Loopwerk, and it is a giant knob that you turn either with putting your foot on top of it like that, or with the side of your foot like that. And it is about 50 mil by 50 mil, and that's probably the smallest expression pedal that you can fit on a board and is still actually usable. So I'm very excited to get that on the board and change my Univibe time on it. So yeah, excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And what? Because haven't you switched your Univibe recently, or?
Yes, yeah. I'm using a Drybell Vibe machine now, and it is
sounds painful.
Yeah, we
you always got to get some lube on there. 100% wet. That's what you want.
Yeah, you don't want to drive.
Personally, I would run an expression pedal off the board like a wah.
Yeah,
like a wah.
Unfortunately, I don't have that opportunity with touring and gigging. I need to have something that I can move very quickly and doesn't take up a lot of space. So I like to have everything on the board, and I even have my wah on the board. And it's a more water, and I haven't heard a better wah, honestly. It sounds so good. That's the one with the fold out feet on it?
It
is, yeah. And a pressure sensor to turn it off and on. Yeah, so you don't have to click anything.
Yeah. There's been crybabies that have done that as well, that
Yeah, the bass ones were doing that, weren't they? And I can't remember, but I think they did it on some of the mini ones as well.
Okay.
We had a comment from Chloe Jade Hudd, who said those damn cables took him forever.
That will be my significant other, and I
thought it was.
Yeah, that's Chloe. Hi, lovely. And she had the painful opportunity to watch me cable tie that board for maybe 3 or 4 nights in a row.
So she's a pedal board widow for that period.
Yep. She is.
We've heard some quite legendary stories about how awesome your other half is. So, big shout out to Chloe, and we sympathise with your pain.
We've also got Stu. Predictably said everyone loves a giant knob, and then he said a wet bell. Blah blah. It's just.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, getting into the spirit of the Frat Talk podcast.
Yeah, he's
Chloe said more like 7. In reply to Will, obviously there. Max has said, "I've got something that I can move quickly that doesn't take up a lot of space by Moore." Thanks.
Okay.
Is this a guessing game now?
Yeah,
just in the first
me
bit,
and Max grew up around the same sort of area, and it's not known for, if we ever do things like this, just ignore us.
Fair play. Right, Lee,
Me?
Lee, that's you, yes.
Just checking.
You've been playing with some pedals this week, haven't you?
Have I? I've been playing with some pedals today. Yes, I have been playing with the DD200. This one here. In fact, I can bring this up in the images. And I didn't think I was going to be particularly interested in DD200. I thought it was going to be a great pedal, but I already have the 500, which is like the mothership, really, isn't it? I can't believe how much I'm getting on with it. I'm spending more time with it than I am anything else. It's just simply because if I need to change the parameters, one of the best things about it is the parameter knob on it, which changes depending on what setting you're on. So if you're on the drum, it changes which heads you're using. If you're on a shimmer, I think it changes the octave, and so on and so forth. So you don't have to go into the menu and find those specific.
Yeah.
In fact, there isn't any menus. It's really, really easy. What would take me maybe 20, 30 minutes to find for a new setting on the DD500, I'm finding instantly on here, which is great. The only downside of this is it doesn't have some of the features, like it doesn't have ducking on every. It has a ducking delay on it, which is great, but
that's an option on every delay with the 500.
Exactly, and I like to use just a tad of ducking. So if I'm playing a lead line, it just gets out of the way just ever so slightly. So it's still there.
You want
but
that subtle quack. Quack when you get on the delay.
But given just the way that this has been behaving, and the quality of the sounds is there. The quality of the sounds is, from what I can tell, is exactly the same as the DD500, but everything is so much easier to use. I just keep looking down because I'm looking at it. But I'm really impressed with this. I tried the looper out today, which I hadn't bothered, and it was because it's only basically on 2 switches, and I thought this would be harder to use in the DD500. Wasn't really.
Yeah,
really wasn't.
So, I mean, that's so. You're almost aiming towards kind of 2 different markets there, aren't you? With the 500, it's very much that that player who will be fine tuning every little aspect of their sound before they go and do their set. And the 500 has got all of those little intimate parameters that will get you that specific sound. Whereas the 200. Well, sorry, what?
Well, and I love that. I love the So I'm building a big board, and I'm going to be putting an ES8 on it, and I'm going to have that linked up to the DD500 because I'm going to just basically get some patches on there and start planning some patches, and I'm going to have that running through MIDI, and where it's running through MIDI I'll be able to just swap in and out the patches, and I can have loads and loads of patches on there, and each one precisely dialed in for each different patch. And that's great. You can have MIDI on this, but I want to have the functionality and the precision over all of that. This is what I'm doing in here. One of the reasons I've moved everything around is one of the things I've been doing the last couple of weeks. I've been moving my studio around again in order to make it a comfortable workplace, but also somewhere I can very easily record demos. I'm going to have a switcher, which I've got down here. So it's an old G-Lab switcher. And I'm going to have this in the loop of one of the, along with a couple of other pedals. And that means I'm just going to be able to dial in really quickly a nice delay that's going to be able to go with a fuzz or, whatever. And it's not going to take me 20 minutes to kind of like dial in the right delay to suit with that effect. I'll just be able to go, bang, there you go, it's done.
Yeah, it's very much the kind of delay that will just get you straight there. I mean, as I think we were mentioning on the last live cast, you've got an entire range now. I mean, you've got like the DD3 and the DD8, which will be for those players who just want to get in there, just want maybe like one or two kind of core sounds, and just want to get in there and get playing.
Well, the DD3 is really for that, isn't it? And then the DD7/8, because I don't know if you... Well, anyway, DD7/8 will be for the people who want just that little bit more functionality but save the space. This isn't too much bigger. Like you say, this will be the next step up.
Yeah, and it bridges the gap then between those compact series and the 500 like mega computer kind of delay.
Yeah, Stu Tate has just said he doesn't understand why it's got these silly little 3mm jacks for the MIDI because you'd have to buy another cable, but I think that's to save space internally because this thing feels like it's absolutely packed.
And
it really does.
A standard that seems to be coming across, especially with like pedals from Chase Bliss and a lot of other manufacturers, is they're moving away from full-size MIDI jack, which is really interesting. I guess it must be harder for people to get those cables to get along with them, especially doing custom lengths. It would take me forever to solder a custom length of MIDI cable, but I could do the TRS in seconds.
Look, I've got the two here. Sorry, I'm putting everything apart.
You are making so...
What am I doing? Sorry.
This is great for the audio listeners. They love this.
So look, you look at the difference there. I know everyone knows what the difference is, but you just look at it, it's so obvious. That's why they've changed it, because the difference is huge. Look.
Yeah, quite literally. That one's huge. Well, there, that one is.
Sorry, that was the wrong one I got out. Stu said he's just too tight to buy a new cable, but man, we're looking at they're just normal stereo 3.5 jack cables. They're the cheapest cables on earth.
Yeah,
damn sight cheaper than this.
Yeah, you're more likely to be able to get those in a less specialist place.
Or solder your own as well.
Yes, yeah, or solder your own, yeah. So we're then talking getting kind of custom lengths easier. I've literally never jumped into any kind of MIDI stuff because I am very much towards the DD3 end of everything rather than the DD500. But I would
scares the life out of me. Scares the life out of me. It really does.
Yeah.
MIDI's, but I'm getting into it.
It's not as bad as you guys think. All of my last boards have been that because in the position I'm in a Rocket Complex, I just have to push a button and everything has to happen.
Yeah, so for you, it makes complete sense, doesn't it?
If you're jamming, it's, let me bend down here, let me turn on this parameter, and then turn off this, and then do this over here. And then you're out of the moment of creativity. So that doesn't really work for that application. But for someone who's, I call it on rails. Like all of our songs the same thing has to happen throughout a gig.
Yeah, no,
every
absolutely, that makes sense. I suppose Stu's just hit on a good point here. He says no, because his MIDI switcher still has a full-size MIDI out. But I believe Boss have said, and I'm pretty sure, I hope I've got this right, that they're selling a very cheap normal MIDI to the three-quarter thing converter, and it's very, very cheap.
Okay. Beautiful. I suppose I should probably do a bit of what I've been up to.
We had the string butler thing you wanted me to do.
Yeah, I was going to do that afterwards. It's all right.
You said I was going to do that when I was doing this.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
Okay. Sorry, I just didn't want us to forget it.
I've got it written down here, mate.
So we it's written down. Right, okay, guys. So we had some stuff sent to us by the guys over at String Butler. Now this included. Let me bring them up on the pictures here. So we've got.
So
this here, which is this is a thing that goes onto a Les Paul style headstock, and it straightens out the string angles. You do still get a bit of a curve on it, but the curve is on the wheel, as you can see on the screen. So for the listeners who can't see this, you've got
let's show you a standard 3B3 headstock here. Here we go.
Yeah.
So we've got. And this is where the problem lies, isn't it? Where you've got, because these ones the angle isn't as bad. So the two E's, the angle's very shallow going onto the nut. Whereas the G and the D and the G, the angle is so extreme there. It's having to break across and then straighten out in the groove of the nut, which is where the binding happens.
Yeah. And what they've done here is, although you do still have that rake, it's on a little wheel, so you don't have the resistance there. And I've put this on two of my guitars, and it seems to have worked. I was very, very impressed. I still do lube the other bits and pieces, but I don't have to lube my nut anymore. No, I'm joking, I do. But it's solved a lot of tuning issues, and especially when I'm recording demos, that's a pain in the ass. So these are great, and they also do these extra bits, which are bloody hell, where have you gone?
There it is, right there.
Here it is. So these were something extra. These are called the Burdock, and this Matt loved this, didn't you, Matt? This was the thing. This was the pre-velcroed back for your Boss pedals.
Yeah.
What, like, just put Velcro on. Like, I know people get precious about, you've got to be able to see the serial number, and you've got to be able to prove it's a Japanese one. Just stick Velcro on the pedal and put it on your board.
Yeah. I'm not completely sold on it, but when I've used it, I've got it on one or two of my pedals. I've got it on this one, I think. Yeah, there's one on this one. And what I found was it worked really, really, really well. It's, the Velcro is very high quality. It's stuck on properly. And it's the trouble with the back of Boss pedals is that they have very odd sort of,
there's
rubber.
a thick lip, isn't there?
Goes in places. Yeah, so you've got little dips and stuff.
It's not a problem that's only for Boss. I mean, this is a Joyo vintage overdrive, and that's, you try and get some Velcro onto that. You've got some contact there, but you've got this massive sticker in the center, which won't be doing anything for your Velcro.
And most of the time it will pull it off anyway, because it's such a small amount of contact space.
Yeah.
As soon as you try and pull that off, it will just break the glue.
Look at this. This is a MXR Classic 108 Fuzz. And on the back, you've got this humongous battery component, which looks like an afterthought.
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it just sticks out so much that you can't really...
But straight away, all I'd do is take that plastic piece off, and then you can just put Velcro on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's ways around it.
Solutions,
I've done that before, and it's kind of... it's a little bit messing around. And if you want a battery in it, for instance, then, then we can do.
Then go and play in the 70s.
And also stop hitting the planet,
Touche.
please. There is one small thing that pedal show, I have to credit them with this. Dan Steinhardt likes to flip the back of the panel on the back of Boss pedals, flip it over so that you have a flat section to put any Velcro on.
Well, this is a very old technique, and it's a great idea. I've been telling people to do that for years, and then a few years ago, sorry, I'm still fucking about with bits and pieces. A few years ago, Boss started really filling up that cavity, and when I tried to flip it over on, say, the Wazzacross metal zone, there's no room. You can't flip it over.
That's fair enough, yeah.
So, this does have a place for some people. Anyway, look, we're going to be giving these away. So
yeah, back onto topic.
Yeah. So we've got quite a lot to give away. So I'm just going to look at my phone because the list on here is massive.
And you.
Jungle is massive.
You just need
Jungle
to check
is massive,
Facebook
Matt.
because,
You're right. Jungle is massive. Okay, so the prizes will be. This is what there is. This is the list of it. So you got 10 burdocks. So they're the ones we were just talking about. The pre-velcroed backs for the Boss pedals.
Yeah.
We've got 5 string butlers version 3s in black, silver, gold, or acrylic. So they come in different colours to suit the different guitars. Yeah. We got 3 string butler version 2s. I don't know what the difference are. I do apologise. They're black, silver, gold, and acrylic. And 2 string butler version 4s in aluminium black. We've got 2 string butler t-shirts in black, extra large. 2 string butler t-shirts in black, large, and 2 string butler t-shirts in black, medium. For every winner, there is 1 string butler sticker and 5 string butler plectrums, and there will be 1 winner who wins. So those prizes will go to everyone. We're going to come up with a competition we're going to release on the website this week. On Pedalboards of Doom this week, and we'll share that on Fret Talk and everywhere as well. But we're also going to have 1 grand prize for 1 person, which will be 1 string butler premium box. 1 string butler version 3 black, 1 burdock, 1 string butler t-shirt, and 1 button and 5 plectrums. 1 button?
Maybe
you get a button, apparently.
They made a pin?
Like a barefoot buttons type thing?
Maybe like the little buttons that the alternative boys and girls used to have on their bags when they were like 15. Like, peace,
I'm
man.
just... Yeah, so look, we're going to put that up. We're going to work out what the competition will be, and I will tell our colleagues here, and they will talk about it in the next podcast as well, which won't be
Beautiful.
the next one, will it?
No,
but it will
be.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. So
It'll be 3 podcasts time.
Yeah, whatevs. Right, okay, as my wife would say. So we're going to get that. We'll release that everywhere, and when we come to possibly the next live stream, we'll announce the winners.
Yeah,
I should imagine.
So
Do you reckon we'll get that done on that one?
probably not, mate. I'd maybe do it 2 live streams time. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll iron out the details and get that put in the PBOD group and the Fret Talk podcast group, and make sure that you all know it.
I'm going to do very, very quickly is what we'll do is I will add a picture of my headstock. I've put the clear one on, and I'll just add that in as we talk about other things.
Okay.
Because it looks
doing now?
Looks awesome.
We're pretty far in, to be honest, and I was going to talk about the up and coming videos on Pedalboards of Doom YouTube, which have been kindly and very patiently edited by our good friend Will. Say hi, Will.
Hello again. Still here.
Good. Yeah. But I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to move on to comment / question that Will had put forward to the group, which was it was kind of like a little
A little challenge.
a challenge, yeah.
I like to bring conversation topics, or as some people call them, conversational hand grenades.
Go for it.
So this one is, we've got 4 people on the cast, so depending on how much time we have, I don't think we're going to be able to do every single version of this, but maybe we should each pick another person in the group, and then pick for them 1 amp, 1 pedal, and 1 guitar we think they would either love or think that they would hate.
Okay.
So, who wants to go first?
I'm going to go for Lee.
That's a problem because I wasn't listening. Sorry.
I mean, that's...
All right.
So,
Pick 1 amp, 1 pedal, and 1 guitar for one of your friends on the cast today that you think they'll either love or either hate.
And
okay.
I've got to pick Adams, have I?
No, you can pick who you want.
I am choosing you. So I'm going to give you a rig. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a tuner pedal because you weren't listening.
Best.
I'm going to give you the amp. Ooh, I'm going to give you a victory. I'm going to give you the Kraken. It's a bit fire breathy and a bit gainy, and I think you'd like that. And for the guitar, I mean the obvious money would go for the Les Paul, but I don't think I'm going to go there. I think I'm going to go for something like a Charvel Guthrie Go Van Sig, because it
could be worse. Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Because it'll do. My thought process behind it is that you're mainly a Les Paul player, but you've also got some of those single coil guitars as well, and you like to flip between them. But your main thing is a big old rock machine, which the what was previously a Sir, the Charvel would definitely do, and it will cover so many of the bases for that, and then sticking that through a victory as well. You're gonna get all the tonal areas that you'd ever need. You would have got a MXR blue box as well, but now you've got a tuner, and not even a good one. Maybe like an
extra budget tuner.
I just hope I've got a really big room to play this in, because the Kraken doesn't have reverb, does it?
Nope.
No delay, no fucking reverb. What are you doing to me, man?
You'll have to take all that cladding off the wall.
It's an absolutely
so direct.
Kraken amp, though, isn't it? It's a Kraken amp.
Yeah.
Wait.
All right, okay. Right, next
So,
one.
go on.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Let's have Lee go for somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Okay. Well, I think Adam. I think I would get you a Squire Bullet or an Encore, maybe.
Wow.
No, I can't. Okay.
That's harsh, dude.
No,
Yeah, considering I've just bought you a fucking Charvel.
that's all right, man. You get an angle with it. No. Okay. Right. What would I get you?
It's like having a sports car with shit brakes and
Yeah, really bad wheels. Yeah.
You will be in a field in moments' time.
Okay, right. So guitar, I think I would go for. I would love to see what you would do with one of these Strandberg tellies. Did I show you them?
Yeah, we have talked about it before. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, they were so good. I really loved them, and I'd love to see what you do with one of them, because I think you'd enjoy it. Because
Sell it and buy a Fender.
yeah, I was going to say that eBay would be the first option.
you could sell it and buy 2 Fenders probably if you really wanted to. So yeah,
I'd give it a good crack. Go on. I mean, the quality is all right. Yeah, cool.
Oh man, the necks are awesome as well. They really are. Anyway, yeah. So from that, I think I'd go for something like a 2 rock. Yeah.
Oh yes.
2 rock and Mojo.
Yes.
Okay.
My man.
That's a good choice. Good choice.
Had to be.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty decent haul there, that is.
What's going to be awkward now is Will and Matt don't really know each other.
Yeah, this is the first time we've met. But I think if I go now, I think I have enough information about him, because I don't follow him on Instagram. I wasn't going to cheat and look at my phone or anything. So obviously you are playing a telly as of late. So you're playing a Squire Classic Vibes version. Let's give you a bit of an upgrade to that.
Ooh.
So let's give you one of my favorite Telecasters, which is medium priced in the Fender range, which is the Fender Baja, because the modes on it are so versatile. I don't know what kind of styles of music you need to play. So now I'm just going to give you all of them.
I mean, that's fairly handy.
Yeah, good.
Pretty decent.
You talk about Marshalls. So I can't see, because we don't have any banter yet. I can't really pick anything that would like make you laugh. So I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna pick a Friedman for you, because that is one hell of a Marshall. But then you're saying I should have picked something. I'm gonna pick you the 100-watt head, but I'm gonna give you the smallest cab in their range, because you were like, I'm not sure about 8-inch speakers. So we're gonna put 100 watts through like a 112.
Is it balanced on the top of a one?
Yeah, you're gonna need to balance it somehow. Get a couple books or something underneath.
A couple of books in a box.
And then pedal. That's the thing. You haven't talked about any pedals yet.
Give him a delay.
Don't give me it.
You're not a big delay fan.
He was saying about how much he loves the Hello Sailor stuff.
Okay, yeah, we'll give you. Oh, perfect. You've got a Marshall 100-watt. Let's give you a Rangemaster.
Excellent.
There you go.
There we go.
So, like, bearing in mind you don't know me at all, we did a podcast maybe 50 episodes ago where we talked about what we'd buy if we had any amount of money in the world.
Right.
And I picked a Friedman amp.
Yes.
So, yeah, you're pretty much spot on.
Nice. Perfect. Well, now it's your turn for, I guess, for me.
Yeah, and I really know absolutely nothing. So I'm probably going to go with a HSS Custom Shop Strat, because I think that covers most bases without being a Baja telly.
Nice, yeah. I like it.
I'm going to go for Fender Hot Rod Deluxe as an amp.
Oh, please, no. No. Oh, God. Oh, no.
You're not a Fender person?
No, I love Fender guitars. I love the bass breakers, but I can't play clean amps. I just can't do it.
In that case, I'll fix that.
No, it's fine. I have to use the shitty drive channel that's on there.
Please say Metal Zone.
Yeah, no, we're not going to say for Metal Zone. We're going to go with Hello Sailor Kossoff Drive.
Oh, no.
I really want to try one of them.
Yeah.
So do I.
I really like
Especially after the Pete Honoré video this week. Oh, that was...
Been meaning to watch that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You really should, man. He gets some great tones out of that thing.
He does another one, which is a Rangemaster and that drive as well, doesn't he? Called Free Range.
Yeah, that's
what he sent. Yep.
Oh, is that the one Pete demoed, is it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So
Chloe just chimed in as a message to me saying, and it was literally my own rig. She was like, "Oh, how did I do?" She's like, "Countess, Super Rev, and the ARP." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, all right."
Nice.
To me.
Yeah. So if you're in the chat and you want to suggest a rig for any of us, do that, and we'll share them out at random points when we can see them.
So Stu was just saying, interestingly, that Mr. Gilbert has ditched the Mojo, and he's getting JHS to work on a signature pedal.
Yes, I have heard about that. I've heard that he's letting go of the Mojo, and he is pretty much dead to me now. So I mean, we had a good run, Paul. We had a good run.
Yeah. It might be a thing of people have left TC. A lot of people have moved on, as careers go.
Yeah.
Well,
so he may not know anyone
to
there.
A lot of them. I was. There's a company, a distribution company. I won't name names, but the the majority of the people working there are ex-TC employees, and just basically no one that they used to work with is there anymore. Anyway, I won't go into too much detail about that, but that gives you an idea of what the company's like. Not what the company's like, but what the company's situation is at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you want to do some news, gentlemen?
News?
Yes, news.
Nudes.
Hit me up, man. What news do you want to start with?
Right, so we're going to start off with a little bit of sad news, actually. Jared Dines of internet fame, not a YouTube personality who I follow too much, but he, a couple of NAMs ago, he received a guitar from Mr. Ormsby. Perry, is it? Perry Ormsby? I'm not making that up. I think it is.
I think that sounds right.
I'm sure that stands for Periwinkle. Periwinkle Ormsby. Had basically made him an 18-string guitar after a whole kerfuffle of something that went on. If you want to know what happened with that, go and research it. It's like a massive thing.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he made him this monstrous 18-string guitar.
As you can see on the screen right now.
Yeah, it has 18 strings. It's so ridiculous that you can't get a hand around it.
It's a fucking harp.
So is the sad news that this guitar was ever made?
Right. So, I mean, not my personal choice. I mean, I struggle enough with 6, so adding more on top then makes me confused and scared.
I tried an 8-string once. That was not fun.
I used to own a 7-string, and I found myself just playing jazz on it. So
that's not a bad thing.
6 strings is too much for me. I struggle.
That's it.
Don't
Yeah.
give me fucking.
Matt's coming out as a bass player.
Yeah, Keith Richards has got it
One
right.
of us. One of us.
Right.
So
okay.
yeah, I mean,
what happened?
So the news behind it was last week or the week before. He started to auction on eBay to sell off this 18-string monstrosity. But for absolutely brilliant reasons. So he was using the proceeds from that to raise money for to basically like fund some beginner guitarists to get some new equipment. And so he was doing it for like this noble reason to get more instruments in people's hands, which like brilliant stuff. Anyway, so the bids ended on that a couple of days ago, and almost as soon as the bids ended, I think he got something like 16,400 was the max bid. He received a message through on eBay saying, "Oh well, don't bid whilst you're drunk. Sorry, guy." So, like first chap who who made the top bids was essentially saying, "Yeah, I got a little bit tanked up, and I thought it would be a good idea. I can't afford it. I'm not buying it." So that's a bit shit.
That is.
So, what happens with eBay then is you can default to the next highest bidder, and exactly the same happened. He went, "Sorry, bud, I was drunk. I'm not going to honour this bid."
Now, can you imagine turning around, this Jared guy, turning around to Mr. Ormsby after he'd built it and saying, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put in that order. I was a bit pissed." You got to be a little bit drunk to order something like that in the first place. But come on, man, if you're going to put some money down on something,
Yeah.
don't do that. I've had people messing me around. That's why I've got mess behind me, because I've had people say they're going to buy this sofa that's behind me and then not bloody turn up. So I've been taking deposits now. I've even taken deposits for people and then they've not turned up. So, that's
free money.
In. Woohoo.
Yeah, that worked out well.
They're essentially just paying rental on the sofa then, aren't they?
Rental for something they didn't pick up.
So what do you guys think? I know I've been bitten on eBay before. I bought one of my first things ever on eBay was buying a Morley Wah, one of the Crybaby, what's Steve Vai's Wah?
Bad Horsey.
Yes.
Bad horsey, yeah.
I bought one of them and never ever saw it. Never ever saw it. What about you guys?
So I've heard about the an eBay scam that's gone around recently, where they've like people have bid on guitars, and then like paid for them, and when they've received the guitars, the guitar case has arrived, but it's been empty. And
Right.
that's a way of kind of fleecing people, or something along those lines. Or no, it's the other way around, isn't it? Where the person who's bought the guitar then like takes a photo of the guitar case and says that it's empty. So essentially, they put it up to an eBay dispute, and eBay always side with the buyer and not the seller. So there's been people being fleeced out of like essentially like really expensive guitars that way. I've used eBay for quite a lot, and most of the times I've been all right. Like generally within acceptable tolerances, what I've ordered has been within the kind of safe description. There was one time though, I had a real hankering for a very specific Strat. It was a light ash Strat from about kind of, I think they were a run from about 2004 to about 2006, 7-ish. And they were Korean made. And they had like amazing specs, but they were relatively cheap. And so I saw on eBay that one was going, and it went for something like 250, 300 or something like that. So I put a bid on it and won it. And when the guitar came, it just looked a little bit ropier than it did in the pictures. I thought, okay, it's a bit ropey, but I'll try and get on with it. Then the more that I played it, the more I noticed was just a little bit off about this guitar. So the first thing that I noticed, the finish on the guitar was it was like a matte finish, and I knew, like, I had a light ash telly from the same series, and I knew that the finish was a gloss. And like upon inspecting the finish on this guitar, like where it had been, like where the matte finish was, around like certain joints, you could still see the gloss. So I was like, well, that the guy hasn't mentioned that he'd rubbed down the finish, and it weren't a particularly great job. But I thought I can still deal with that. That's not a problem. Another thing with the light ash series is that they came a standard with Seymour Duncan pickups. There was like a Seymour Duncan set, and the two of like the two like the neck and the bridge looked fine, but the middle pickup didn't look like it fit very well within the Seymour Duncan plastic cover, because Duncan pickups have got Seymour Duncan stamped on them. So I took the plate off, and it was really clear that the neck and the bridge were like the standard pickups. They were stamped. They had the cloth wiring. The middle pickup had been changed out. It weren't a particularly bad pickup, but it had been changed out, and it was another one of these details where it just weren't mentioned. And it took me probably about 3 weeks of arguing with this chap about all of these little details. Like there were other couple of things as well, like the scratch plate had been really badly cut, and it looked like he'd done it with a hacksaw to make it fit, because it was an import style. It didn't, like the normal style scratch plates. The American styles didn't fit.
Yeah, I've got it with my Strat. Yeah, I can't, if I want to change the scratch plate, I have to get a funky cut one. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to cut it yourself. Whereas this guy had bought an American one, it didn't fit, so he'd hacksawed out the neck pocket, and he just didn't do a very good job. But I was going back and forth with this chap, and he argued, because you've taken the strings off and you've looked underneath the scratch plate, that's now that's no void. I can't take this back.
How could she possibly find out it was bollock stuff without doing that?
Yeah. What? Yeah. What are you talking about, you dickhead? And there was literally 3 weeks of arguments before eBay got involved, and they eventually said, no, we'll refund you. You just need to send it back to the guy. But it was so disappointing because it was almost there. It was almost at a point where I'd go, oh, well, these things aren't so bad.
But you don't. If you're buying a guitar that you really, really want, you don't want it to be just okay. You want it to be the dog's bollocks. Yeah.
I think the old adage is, especially for guitars, is I always try not to buy one that I haven't personally seen or played.
Yeah. I
think that's a really good rule of thumb for most people. Is if you can, go to the guitar first without buying it, and say, and most people on eBay will be okay, yeah, come over, play it first, and then see how you get on.
It's not always doable, but if you can, if you can't, think really deeply about it. Err on the side of caution, but if you can, even if it's going out of your way a little bit, do it, because it's well worth it in the end.
Yeah, and when I went to go, when I bought the light ash telly, probably about 3 or 4 years before that, I actually went and met the guy kind of halfway, because we both lived too far away to meet each other at where we lived. But we said, okay, if we both drive an hour to this service station, then neither of us have got a ridiculous journey then. And we did that, and then that was absolutely perfect. And I've done that on a few occasions, but I've also bought sight unseen stuff from eBay. My main gig into guitar for quite a while was a white Mexican Strat from the 90s, and I bought that sight unseen, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, you're not always going to luck out, but if someone wants to sell something that is a bit dodgy, that's how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear what rigs our viewers have come up with for us?
I would be delighted.
Because we're at the hour. So,
go on.
Okay, let me scroll up here. So we have Andrew has asked, can I give you an Encore, a Line 6 Spider and a Behringer Wah each? Yeah, I'm sure we can put that together and flog it for something else.
Yeah.
Rig for Matt from Stu. Gretsch Country Gent.
Yes, I'll have.
Messer Dual Rectum, which I'm pretty sure he means rectifier. Rectum Fryer, he said. An Earthquaker devices, EQD, data corruptor.
Yeah, that can get in the bin as well.
I'd quite like a data corruptor, because I've played one and they are quite good fun.
Yeah, you could play Mario on that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I learned the bass line to Final Fantasy 2.
So, Matt, you've actually replied to that. You said you'd take the Gretsch and sell the rest.
Yeah, of course I fucking would. It was trash.
You say that, but the dual Rex have got one of the most amazing clean channels on them. They sound
but if I sell a dual rec, I can buy a Friedman.
Perfect.
I'd really like a Messer, I really would. Okay, so rig for Adam. This is from Stu Tate, 18-string guitar, blue box, and a JC 120.
And a what, sorry?
A JC 120, the jazz chorus.
Oh, yeah, literally every one of those can get to fuck. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Go directly to fuck.
So Maxi Boy from Strood has said BC. This is for Will. A BC Rich Warlock, Roland JC 120, and a Morley Bad Horsey War.
I think we might be being trolled here a little bit.
I think
so. I think they're just trying to get a rise out of us. But I said I could probably make the wah work, but the other two were like, there's not a chance in hell.
I'd love to get a BC Rich and try and blues it. Just do an entire blues set on a BC Rich Warlock. It'd be something, wouldn't it?
Actually, it'd be nice. And I don't know who this is aimed at.
It's all of us at the end. It's Andrew Pinson's one.
Yeah, actually, it'd be a 60s P bass, Ampex SVT 8x10, and a Sansamp each.
Yes.
I'd do it. Yeah, it's fine.
I used to tour with something very similar to that when I was a bass player. Hell yeah!
I could give bassing a go.
Basing.
Basing.
How could it be? There's less strings.
And it's all right, because he hasn't given us a compressor, but you can use one of these and it works like a compressor. It's called a plectrum.
Will from Stute, Line 6 Spider 2. I don't know why he's gone specifically for the 2.
The 2 is really good, actually, so let's not shit on the 2.
Cool.
It's where all of the tones are.
Of course it is, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure. ES175 and a Zoom 505. God,
So the thing I said was
awful.
I could make that work. I could make that work if I was playing in like a fake Beatles like indie kids band, where they're all like all the stupid like bowl cuts and stuff like
Shitty
that.
Beatles.
Anyone who
I
likes the
could make that
Beatles
work.
would shoot you. Have we had any more?
Yeah, Joe Halliday wants to give me 5 dimension choruses.
Nice.
In a row.
Excellent.
Think of the
Can I-
buffers.
I'm sure that's the secret to time travel. That is, isn't it?
It's like GCSE results, isn't it? 5 Cs. Joe Halliday, that wasn't aimed at anyone specifically. Joe Halliday also said Light Ash Telly was his first real guitar. Which
Nice.
is cool.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it was
he
wicked.
tried to sell it to some guy from Birmingham and he just got...
Yeah, got ripped off.
When I bought a Les Paul from Toman and it arrived, it was a cracking guitar. Yeah, but that's buying it from a shop. Buying it from someone who might, if you buy it from someone on eBay, it could be a Chibson, couldn't it?
Yeah, secondhand. There's not a lot of chance. But then saying that, I've bought stuff firsthand. Those oil can guitars that you've seen around.
Yes.
Oh man, the QC on those is so poor.
What did you expect?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, right? Yep.
it's essentially a can nailed to a piece of wood.
I think you've both missed the point. I think that when Stuart bought his Les Paul from Toman and it was a cracking guitar, it might be because the headstock had cracked off.
Yeah,
Man,
it was
it's almost
literally
like
a cracking guitar.
You could design a better
Could
neck.
be, couldn't it? Stu, do you want to clarify that for us?
Because that's how I read that comment.
Right. That's just because we talk about Les Paul's headstocks a lot, probably.
Yeah. It's like you could design a better thing. Whereas if you broke your neck, you could, I don't know, unbolt it and put another one back on the guitar body.
No. You could just design a better headstock, like PRS do, for instance.
Yeah,
with a
rather than having the angle 13 degrees backwards, have it 13 degrees forwards.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, perfect.
that is.
Play it with a slide, beer bottle all the way.
Oh, Stu's got a new...
Absolutely.
Stu said, by the way, I have a new pedal out. He's put some germanium...
Yeah, we talk about it
bloody-
tomorrow. We talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, we
Stuart.
talk about it tomorrow,
Yep.
Stuart. Yeah.
And in a video later this week on the Pedalboards of Doom
Indeed.
channel.
Yeah, thank you for winding it back over there. Well, we talked a little bit, like very briefly, about the edits that you had done, and this week, as of Wednesday, will be this Tate Effects Raise the Dead. And we also mentioned in that video the germaniums as well, don't we?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, man.
When I recorded the when I recorded the video, Stuart had done one prototype, and then by the time the video had been all packaged up and sent out, Stuart's now got a production run of them. So
Did you see the picture he did when he first got them? And they were like, he did a close-up
War of the
picture of them,
Worlds.
yeah, and he did War of the Worlds with them. They looked wicked.
yeah,
Sick.
That's good. He said he's broken
It's almost
free.
like they've listened to our podcast, isn't it, man?
It's almost like they listen to the podcast that isn't released yet.
Stu's broken 3 Les Pauls, but that wasn't one of them. Clumsy git.
Did the shipping company break that one, or is it not broken? You still haven't clarified the point.
No, he said that particular one wasn't one of them.
But you said I've broken three Les Pauls, not the shipping company didn't break that one.
Right, yes.
Which was the question.
Makes good sense.
Just before we wind this podcast up, because we've gone past the hour mark, I'd like to throw one final question that for the listeners, sorry, the viewers, that you can throw your answers out whilst we wrap it up. Do any of you know for certain what Meatloaf would not do for love?
I do.
So
was it answer the question? What he wouldn't do? What would he not do for love?
Literally, put your answers down in the comments below.
He would not play a ES-175, a jazz chorus,
And a Zoom 505.
5 dimension Cs.
Yeah. He literally looked at your suggestion from Stuart and went, "I won't do that."
What sort
wouldn't
of
do that for
horrible
love.
person would you have to be to put a Dimension C into a jazz chorus? It's got like the best chorus in the world, and then you put another Dimension C into it. Oh my god!
If you set it just right, it cancels the chorus out, so you get a perfect clean tone.
Perfect.
Right, Joe
That's the problem
said
with
this.
the Dimension chorus. You can't set it as a chorus. You can't set it.
Yes. Joe said, I would do anything but for love, but I would not switch to Kemper.
Okay, beautiful.
Sam Cramphorn said, join this group. Thank you very much, Sam.
Yeah,
Nice
perfect.
one.
Wah, wah.
Womp, 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 wanker. Stu said, take a finger up his bum. I've heard that's not
I always
necessarily
assumed
true.
it was butt stuff. I always assumed it was butt stuff.
Would not pay £18,000 for an Ormsey 18
For Jared
string.
Dawes. Oh, that is brilliant.
Those are all great suggestions, guys.
Beautiful.
Oh god, I realise I've still got that bloody picture up. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, we've been jamming this whole time to that like epic looking fucking guitar.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Cool.
It's because I've got a split screen on here.
Whilst you do that, I'll wrap the podcast. Thank you so much, all of those in the chat this week. You have been like the secret fifth member of this podcast. It's been amazing. You are all obviously in the Pedalboards of Doom. YouTube. You're all in the Pedalboards of Doom group. But if you're not already, make sure you're part of the Fret Talk podcast group as well. For all things Fret Talk podcast. Make sure that you're going over to YouTube and subscribing to A Rocket Complex to find Will. Going for Pedalboards of Doom to find all of us, I guess.
Yeah. We'll get Matt on there.
Yeah. Come on. Everyone in. BudgetPedalChap for me, and Matt, you do YouTube stuff.
You got to stop eating
no.
them bloody helium balloons, mate.
You're pretty much here _MattQ at everything, aren't you? Your Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Yeah, I'm pretty much BudgetPedalChap at everything, which YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You'll be able to find me there. Pedalboards of Doom is everything Lee. So if you want to find Lee, if you ever would,
Just yell it in the middle of the street and he will appear.
yeah, just
Don't say my name 3 times into a mirror at night.
That's it. Yeah, you go to a mirror and you say Pedalboards of Doom 3 times, and then he'll appear behind you.
Hi, do you want to buy a blue box?
And our Will is a Rocket Complex, which this week you released a video about. Is it Eternal Guitars?
It is Eternal Guitars.
Guitars. Yeah, I watched that, and my God, that thing sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was an incredible instrument. You guys gotta not check out my video, but go check out Eternal Guitars, because he was kind enough to loan me that whilst he was doing some repair work on my telly, and I had the opportunity to film it for the next A Rocket Complex music video. So the guitar I play in that music video is that beautiful, like, road-worn Sonic Blue T-Custom, and it's just... I have nothing but positive things to say about that instrument. It was such a great opportunity, so thanks to him.
And so much so that you loved the T90 bridge pickup so much that you've got one put in your telly as well.
Yes, yeah, and I've got my telly here now, and it's got that T90 in it. So my telly is effectively, it looks like a regular telly, but it's a neck pickup from the Baja, and then it's basically a P90 at the neck. At the bridge, sorry.
Yeah.
If you haven't played Eternal Songs, in that demo, you've missed the trick.
I didn't because copyright. Unfortunately, YouTube's copyright algorithm is such
very sensitive
these days. Yeah, it's hiding behind the sheds at school, crying. It's very sensitive.
Indeed. Oh dear. And I think that's a lovely place to end us up for this week. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for all watching and all of you who are listening to this podcast. You lot are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you to all the viewers and thank you to all the listeners.
Oh, just before we go as well, we're all going to be somewhere next weekend.
We are.
Well, 3 of us are. So if you are going to the guitar show at Kempton Park and you see any of our faces, come say hello.
No,
We won't
don't.
bite.
Let's say hello to Lee. He's a grumpy arsehole, Lee is.
Yeah, actually, no. Just if you see Lee, just everyone say hello to him and stare.
No, you're more than welcome. I'd love to see you all. So yes.
Even better, when you approach Lee, go, "Hi, Matt."
And on that note, on that bombshell,
Indeed. So from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Lee, from Will, from Matt. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Way. It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. There are a bit.
Bye.
see ya.
Auf Wiedersehen, Pet.
Are
we off now?
I think we're off now.
Are we off? Late?
We are.
Yay.
Can I stop waving?
That was fun.
It was really good.
It was good with 4 people, weren't it?
It was, yeah.